Greetings and salutations. It is I, Macabro the Hedgehog. Yes, indeed, and I am here to regale you with a review of the very first movie I got to see in the theater in 2025. Yes, indeed. I wanted to actually go see Nosferatu, which didn't release here in the grand old country of Mexico until January the 1st. But I had a debt to pay with my youngest gremlin. You see, in December, I took my eldest gremlin to see Moana 2. But my youngest gremlin wanted to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. So I was like, it won't come out until the new year, but once it's out, I'll take you, and I did. So we went to see Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And the reason why I'm showcasing this in a horror channel is because of two reasons. Jim Carrey as Dr. Ivo Robotnik. I like Jim Carrey. I will admit, there was a time when Jim Carrey got a little too kooky for my likes, but he's back. The Sonic franchise brought back Jim Carrey of old with all his crazy, manic awesomeness, and his costume with Dr. Robotnik is red and black, and as you can clearly see, I am a big fan of the red and black color scheme, so seeing Jim Carrey back to his crazy over-the-top ways was a big selling point for me. And the other one is Shadow the Hedgehog, which is this sort of like Goku, like Vegeta's equivalent to Goku, or the Venom to Spider-Man. Shadow the Hedgehog, is the more dark, brooding, more powerful version of a hero, in this case Sonic, and his color scheme is red and black. So again, obviously those two are my favorite characters, Shadow and Dr. Robotnik. So I liked the first one was okay. It unfortunately follows the same trope that I hate in these sort of adaptations where you take the character from a video game or a series and pluck him up from his colorful, awesome world and dump him in boring, stupid Earth, and then they go on a road trip. It wasn't that good, but the highlight was Jim Carrey. On Sonic 2, they introduced Knuckles and Tails, and that was a lot more fun. And again, Dr. Robotnik got a lot more stuff to do in his mustache self. And in this one, they go balls to the walls, all out. You get two Jim Carreys in this one. Jim Carrey plays Ivo Robotnik, and I must say, I do enjoy Dr. Robotnik a lot more than Dr. Eggman. I understand he's called Dr. Eggman because all of his machines look like eggs, but I grew up as a Nintendo player, I'm not gonna lie. I was more of a Mario guy. But when I did get a chance to play Sega Genesis and Sonic, his name was called Dr. Robotnik, and I like Dr. Robotnik. It sounds cool. But in this one, Sonic 3, we get Ivo Robotnik, which is the character that Jim Carrey plays, and we also get Gerald Robotnik, which is another character that Jim Carrey plays. So you get twice the Jim Carrey for your buck. And voicing Shadow, we have Keanu Reeves. And I was like, I'm gonna watch this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna take my little gremlin to see it because he likes Sonic. But I'm gonna watch it for myself because of those reasons, of Jim Carrey as Robotnik and Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog. And it's really cool. The animation got a lot better. Remember that weird nightmare-inducing Sonic that we got back when they announced the Sonic movie? Thank God they got rid of that, because that thing was god-awful. God-awful. And they improved it, and it looks a lot better. But they do now, finally, get into more of the video games, especially Sonic 2 Battle that came out on the Dreamcast and later on the GameCube, which is, it also has Shadow the Hedgehog in it. If memory serves me right, that might actually be the first time that we got introduced to Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 2 Battle. And they also introduced the Chow Garden. They have little Easter eggs for you Sonic fans and Sega Genesis fans. So it's a lot better movie. Out of the three, this taking into account again Jim Carrey as Robotnik and Keanu Reeves as Shadow the Hedgehog, this is the best one. Highly, highly good stuff. They really went all out with the fan service, which I liked, and they made a good movie, and it's a nice revenge movie where the bad guys want to have this giant, big-ass death laser satellite and just want to destroy the world. Simple. It's a revenge scheme because Gerald Robotnik, well, if I'm going to spoil it if you haven't seen the movie or played the video games, Gerald Robotnik wants revenge against the stupid humans because they caused the death of his favorite grandchild, Maria Robotnik. And I was like, I could get that, if something happened to my gremlins, I would seek revenge. And it's a nice story. You can't go much bigger than destroying the world. So I like that. Yes, indeed. A nice cataclysmic revenge story. And you have the heroes getting the shit beat out of them because Shadow the Hedgehog is way more powerful. But they have to come together, learn the value of teamwork, and then redeem Dr. Robotnik, the Ivo Robotnik, the young Jim Carrey one, and Shadow the Hedgehog. Redeem them and turn them to the side of good and go against the world-destroying revenge plot. So it's really good. I liked it, and I'm not gonna lie. I am born and bred Nintendo. Nintendo runs through my gaming veins, but I did geek out when Maria was playing on the guitar the theme to Sonic 2, and then when Sonic at the end has to fight against Shadow, they played Live and Learn, which was the theme song for Sonic 2 Battle on the Dreamcast and later on the GameCube. So yes, that was a lot of fun. I really liked this movie. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, and it was fun to have this little thing to share with my youngest gremlin. Yes, indeed. Although, I must admit, a little bit of the Macabro is rubbing off him because he did say that he liked Shadow. He's a big Sonic fan, but he did admit that he liked Shadow a lot more than Sonic. So, yes, my gremlin is following on my footsteps indeed. I would recommend you watch Sonic 3. Highly recommended because, again, you'll enjoy it. If you grew up in the Sega Genesis games, you like this one the best, like I did. And, again, as Keanu Reeves has basically John Wick the Hedgehog running roughshod through the character, so that was a big plus for me. Have you seen Sonic 3 or any of the other Sonic movies? Have you played the Sonic video games? Did you like him? Did you hate him? If you did see this, what didn't you like? Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this is Macabro the Hedgehog, wishing you, like always, a good evening. Now I gotta go. Here.